The news that Netflix will soon release a new documentary describing Prince Harry and his wife Meghan Markle's struggle while residing with the British royal family has angered many people. But is it true that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are victimized in Netflix's docuseries trailer? Keep watching this video to find out. Mocked by The View co-hosts. Co-host Anna Navarro expressed her boredom with the couple's weeping and wiping away tears in a statement. Navarro and fellow The View co-host Alyssa Farah Griffin appear to concur with Behar's idea that the timing of the documentary's release indicated that the pair was seeking attention, while fellow co-hosts Sunny Hostin and Sarah Haynes insisted the couple were victims of an invasion of privacy and alleged prejudice from members of the royal family. They said they couldn't care less about the movie. Behar played a brand new trailer for the upcoming Netflix documentary Harry and Meghan to start off the Friday program. Behar noted that the timing of the trailer's release was interesting, considering Prince William and Kate Middleton, the Duchess of Wales, are visiting Boston this week. They asked the rest of the table, "So do you make anything of this? Do you think it was deliberate?" Hostin pushed back on the idea, saying, "Well, I didn't realize they had that much power within Netflix that they could say, 'We're gonna drop it now because my brother and his, wife are coming to the States.'" Behar then asked, "Well, don't you think Netflix made the decision rather than them?" Griffin remarked immediately, "Smart marketing," but Hostin scoffed at the notion that they had timed it. The co-host then discussed the couple's claimed experience with racism from the royal family, adding, "However, I believe that Princess or Duchess at this point, Meghan informed you of precisely what was occurring within the royal family. She informed everyone that racism existed. She constantly claimed that she had received racist and death threats and that her family had neglected to stand up for her. She also brought up the claim that William's godmother is also racist. Is the royal family actually racist?" After activists argued that the palace needs to confront a larger problem that goes beyond one employee, additional charges of racism at Buckingham Palace threatened to overshadow Prince William's trip to the United States. During a reception at the palace for individuals fighting to end violence against women, a black advocate for survivors of domestic abuse claimed a senior member of the royal staff questioned her about her ancestry, which sparked the incident. The topic was widely covered in the British media on Thursday, casting a shadow over the prince's eagerly anticipated visit, which he had thought would highlight his environmental credentials and demonstrate the monarchy's continued relevance in multicultural society. "Racism has no place in our culture," a royal spokesperson declared shortly after the Prince and Princess of Wales touched down in Boston for a 3-day tour. The spokesman also mentioned that the household member in question had resigned and apologized for the hurt caused. Mandu Reid, who saw the interaction, claimed she was afraid that the reaction was an effort to place the blame on one person while avoiding accountability for the culture at the palace. She claimed that the most recent instance supported claims made by Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, last year that a member of the royal family had inquired about the skin tone of her unborn child while she was expecting her first child. Meghan, the wife of Prince Harry, has mixed race. The leader of the Women's Equality Party, Reid, told Sky News, "I want to see the royal family as a whole accept that institutional racism is part of the culture, and I want to see them combat that head on. I believe that something greater and more significant is required." The stakes were really high. The first official trailer for Harry and Meghan, a behind-the-scenes docuseries that's sure to contain more criticism of the monarchy, was published by Netflix on Thursday. Nearly 3 years ago, Harry and Meghan left their roles as royals, blaming the prejudiced attitudes of the British media. They've equalized a number of media interviews since moving to Southern California to express their worries about the royal family. The 1-minute 12-second teaser begins with touching scenes of the happy couple and concludes with Meghan attempting to wipe away tears with both hands and Harry looking to be in misery by throwing his head back. "No one sees what's happening behind the doors," Harry says. "I had to do everything I could to protect my family." After Tuesday's visit at Buckingham Palace, worries about racism within the palace erupted. The 83-year-old Lady Susan Hussey, William's godmother and a longtime lady-in-waiting to the late Queen Elizabeth II, left Ngozi Fulani, chief executive of Sister Space, an East London sanctuary for women of African and Caribbean origin, speechless. Hussey reached out and pushed her hair out of the way to see Filani's name tag, according to Filani, and that's when the conversation started. She told the BBC, "I don't know who you are, but it's not okay to put your hand in my hair, whoever you are." Filani claimed that Hussey repeatedly questioned her about her origins after that. The older woman asked her, "No, what region of Africa are you from?" after she stated that she was from East London. Filani asserted that racism was to blame for what happened to her, regardless of Hussey's age or how upsetting the word may be to others. Hussey has expressed apologies for her unacceptable and extremely regrettable words, according to a statement from Buckingham Palace. Many royal family members are elderly and live in a bubble cut off from the rest of British culture, according to author and dramatist Bonnie Greer. She told Radio Times that it was time to acknowledge the end of their duty to the throne. Do we need the docuseries? It all comes down to one thing. Sure, Meghan and Harry are victimized in the docuseries, but what's the point? And what do they get out of this? Perhaps announcing the success of their brief romance is a show of defiance to their detractors in addition to a little holiday cheer. With touching images of them dancing at their royal wedding and Meghan embracing her growing baby bump on a seashore, the teaser undoubtedly evokes the mystique and enchantment that Harry and Meghan have built since they began dating in 2016. As the series promises to cover the secretive days of their early courtship and the hardships that led to them being forced to pull aside from their full-time duties in the institution, fans and voyeurs both are already consuming these. The Sussexes have a production deal with Netflix, and their love story is the most sought-after content they could possibly hope to generate. Perhaps this explains the situation.